ProSoft is pleased to offer a new webinar series showcasing various aspects of SAP, ECC, NetWeaver integration, and business intelligence. Listed are the upcoming webinars. Please stay tuned for future invitations. We certainly look forward to your continued participation. Let me share with you just a little bit about ProSoft. ProSoft is a premium consulting company providing a wide variety of services in the SAP and enterprise integration platforms. This webinar is presented by Amar Suhail. Amar is the principal architect at ProSoft and is recognized by SAP AG as one of the top SAP experts. In this morning's agenda, we will be covering SAP Master Data Solution, Master Data Governance to improve your business process, and at the end of the session, we will have Q&A. It is my pleasure now to introduce to you Amar Suhail. Amar?
Thanks, Victoria. Thanks for the introduction, and I hope you guys can hear me and you can see my screen. If you have any issues, you can, keep them on the side and just put them on the right side, as Victoria mentioned, of your screen. I'll look at it at the end of the session. So this session is about SAP NetWeaver and SAP ERP Master Solutions. As you might be aware of your master data solutions, there are quite a few challenges which you face in master data, primarily in terms of where your data has to be maintained. So if you are maintaining your master data in multiple systems, you would not have the complete picture of your enterprise-wide master data. For example, let's say you have 3 systems, and these 3 systems are being maintained by different departments. Each department maintains its own set of information for a vendor. So you are buying some articles from a vendor, and this vendor supplies to three separate departments. If you have this data maintained in separate departments, you would not have the complete picture of what is the total amount of articles you are buying from this vendor. First department might be buying, $2 million worth of stuff. Second might be buying $10 million worth of stuff, and that might have 3 million. Altogether, you are buying $15 million worth of stuff from him. So, but because you don't have your master data in one location, you would not be able to negotiate better rates from him, because all you see is 3 different transactions, one for 2 million, one for 10 million, and the last one for 3 million. So that is the biggest challenge, one of the challenges people face in master data, that their system, the data is maintained in multiple locations, and you don't get the complete enterprise-wide picture of what you are, enterprise-wide picture of your master data in terms of customers, products, vendors, or anything else which you consider as a master data for you. Second thing is, obviously you have to maintain multiple systems, so you have the overhead of maintaining those physical servers. You have the overhead of having the support team maintain those solutions. So that is something which you have to spend more money on. Whereas if you consolidate all this data on one platform, you would have one single view of the data, and you can have one physical server and one support team looking at this complete data. Second thing is then few more issues which you may come across if your data is not in one place. That could be, let's say you want to run some kind of campaign for your customers and you want to give some incentive to your customer who is like your customers who buy more from you. If your customer data is not maintained in one single location, you would not know how much that customer is buying from you. And if you don't have this complete picture, you might not be able to give him some incentives or some discounts to which he may be eligible for. So these are some of the few issues which we face if the master data is not maintained in one single place. You have to maintain the data in multiple systems. A company data in one department is not visible to data in the other department, and this eventually leads to inconsistencies and loss of revenue for the company. So in order to overcome this, SAP has provided two master data solutions. The first one is called Enterprise MDM, and the second one is Embedded MDM. Enterprise MDM is a NetWeaver-based MDM solution, which runs on the Java side of SAP. And this was the first MDM master data solution which SAP came up with, and this uses the NetWeaver stack, and it has the front-end tool of Enterprise Portal. You can configure, you get pre-built repositories from SAP, or you could build your own repositories as per your custom needs. The second one, which is the new version of master data solution, that is called Embedded MDM. Embedded MDM is same as master data governance, which is MDG. MDG is SAP ECC or ERP for that matter centric master data solution. You get pre-built contents from MDM and from MDG, I'm sorry, and you can configure those pre-built, you can configure these pre-built contents as per your needs. You don't need to have a separate NetWeaver stack for it. You can do everything on ECC itself. You don't have to worry about maintaining another server. You can simply put this add-on on ECC and configure it to handle your master data. In this presentation, we will primarily be going over the MDG aspect of master data. But if you have any questions in terms of Enterprise MDM, we can also look at that. So MDG, Enterprise MDM, which is the NetWeaver side of it, that is used when you have master data spread across multiple systems. So let's say you have your data maintained in ECC system in one department. The second department maintains the master data in a legacy or a mainframe system. The third department maintains this in some kind of databases. So you have master data maintained in multiple systems, and you want to consolidate everything in one single location. In this case, NetWeaver MDM is the right solution because it is much easier and flexible to configure and much easier to develop the configuration. The MDG, on the other hand, is more centric when the data is on the ECC side. So the second slide right here is Embedded MDG. This is used when your master data is maintained on the ECC system itself. If you have one ECC system and the complete master data is maintained at ECC system, you can look at implementing MDG. MDG gives you a better governance over how the data should be created or updated in your enterprise. So you can have workflows based upon which your data has to go through before it gets saved or before it gets processed in the system. You can also configure user interfaces for this MDG. It lets you define a process. You can have data come in at the staging layer, and after that the process kicks in. The process can send emails out, the process can send approvals, it can wait for approvals to get in, and you can basically configure the whole workflow of how the data should be governed and how the data should be processed once you receive it. Similarly, you can govern and define workflows of how this data needs to be syndicated out to any subscribing systems based upon your rules and regulations. A simple example could be finance. You want to get finance data from multiple locations and you want to store them in the ECC ERP system, but you also want to make sure that the data whatever getting in is correct, and if there is any kind of approval required, you do get that approval before you store this data in your system. Similarly, when you are sending it out, you also want to make sure that you send only those data which is required by the systems, and you don't send the critical data which is more centric to your company and which should not be sent to other applications. So if you use MDG, you have advantages like you can maintain the data in one location. In this case, it's going to be ERP, and use this data everywhere. So you will have one system tree. This is SAP ERP, and one system of record, which is again ERP. But this data could be syndicated to multiple systems. So if you want to make a change to the data, you make this change in one location, and that gets replicated to all the application. It reduces the cost by eliminating redundant maintenance of effort and duplicate entries. You don't have to maintain this data in multiple locations. You don't have to maintain multiple systems to hold this data. Your data quality is improved because you have one single place, and that is the place where you are maintaining everything. For example, if you have the customer data maintained in MDG and the customer calls and says that his address has changed, you go to one location and change his address, and this is replicated to all the systems. And down the line, he can build your CRM department, and he will see that he has the new address maintained over there. He can call your accounts payable department, or he can call your any other department, and he will see that one single copy of data across all departments. It's easier for you, it's easier for the customers to have the data maintained in one location and replicated to all the other locations from that one single place. Improve transparency, that is definitely one very big advantage of maintaining everything in one location. You know what your data is. You can run reports based upon this data. You can match and merge data based upon your customer information or any other kind of information. So here are some of the benefits of SAP MDG. First of all, as we know, it improves the consistency of your finance, customers, and material master data. Now, MDG comes pre-built. When you install MDG, it comes pre-built with I must say three separate repositories. One is the finance, then you have customers, which can also be used as vendors, and then you have materials. These are pre-built data models or repositories, you can say, which SAP has developed, and you can use these out of the box. If you want to customize these data models, you can customize them as per your needs. You also have the flexibility to build your own data model from scratch. Usually customers prefer to use one of these data models and customize it as per their own needs, but you can build a brand new one from scratch. So you get out of the box solution. You can reuse and extend this solution as per your own needs. You can replicate it to different systems. You have very good governance through workflows. The governance lets you configure a business process, and this business process is what you can define in MDG, and the data will move through the process as per your defined workflow. The second is, then you have integrated object model. You have one object model. Object model is nothing but the structure of your data, what kind of data you are trying to store. If you are trying to store customer data, you will have customer information, customer name, customer address. You will have all the attributes of customer. So that is your object model. Then benefits of SAP MDG. It's obvious that if you are maintaining your data in one single location, you will have reduced maintenance of the machines. You will have better visibility of data across your enterprise. You will also be able to run better reports. It gives you much flexibility in terms of the changing business dynamics of, let's say you want to run some kind of campaign for the customers. You can easily do that because you have one big view of your enterprise-wide customer information. If you want to negotiate better rates from your vendors, you can do that. If your data is maintained in one location, you can ask him that I'm buying, $10 million worth of stuff from you. Can you give me some discount on this? If you have maintained this data in multiple locations, you might not be able to do that because in that case, you don't know how much worth of stuff you are buying. So that's obvious. In MDG, you have an additional concept of governance, which primarily means that you can define your business workflow. The workflow is defined in ABAP, and it can be configured as per your business needs. Your business needs might require you to get some kind of approval before saving any data in ECC, or it might require some kind of approval before sending from ECC. You can define all those workflows in the business process and let the data run through that. Here is a simple business process which we can run through MDG. The first one is maintenance. You want to maintain that data in one location. Then you want to validate if this data is right or wrong. You might have duplicate data. So a person has entered a material. Before he enters a new material, you might want to check if he has this material already in the ECC system or not. So he can simply go and he can check that if this material is already maintained in ECC, he should not be making a new one. He can validate if the information about this material is right or wrong. It's possible that the material might have older information, or he might need to update the information for this material. He can do that. You also have the approval process. This approval process will let you put governance in terms of who should approve the data or who should approve the process before this data is stored in the ECC system. And you have the replication process, wherein you replicate this data to other systems. So if a change has been made to your customer data or to your material data, how should this change be replicated to other subscribing systems? This can also be handled through the business process. There are some data which you want to replicate to other systems. There could be other pieces of information which you do want to maintain only in ECC, and you don't want to replicate that to any subscribing system. So all that could be maintained in the MDG configuration. Components of MDG, this is more of a technical information of what are different components of MDG. MDG IMG is the transaction code. As you know, we are working in ECC, so everything is maintained in the transaction codes through the transaction codes. MDG IMG is the transaction code through which you can configure MDG. MDG data model is the definition of your data. You can think of it as the schema of how your data looks like. So you can define your format in which the data is gonna look like, and this format is defined for all the master data. You get pre-built data models from SAP, or you could also build your own models. MDG business workflow. Workflow is what you can configure to govern your master data creation, deletion, or updation. You can also define processes. You can define email, sending out or receiving emails. You can define approval steps. You have quite a bit of flexibility in what you can do in the workflow. Business rules framework, also called as BRF Plus. This is used to maintain the rules. These rules are defined in the workflow. For example, you can define a rule saying that if you are making a new material and the cost of this material is more than $1 million, the approvals should go to a certain manager. But if the cost of this material is more than $5 million, then it should go to a higher manager. So you can have any kind of rules defined in BRF Plus and refer to these rules in the workflow. The front-end client to access this data is either Enterprise Portal or NetWeaver Business Client. NetWeaver Business Client comes pre-built out of the box. You can use this for the standard contents. If you want to do enterprise portal, you can also use the contents in it, or you can customize both of these tools as per your needs. Floor Plan Manager is the one which is used to customize your user interface. So if you have business client or if you have enterprise portal, you can use Floor Plan Manager to customize your interface. Data Replication Framework is used to syndicate this data from MDG to other systems. If you have multiple subscribers and all these subscribers want to get this data from ECC, you can configure syndication workflow, and syndication will send the data out to those subscribers. So in a nutshell, MDG is the master data solution on SAP ECC. This component runs on ECC, and it helps you govern and maintain your master data in one single location. You can have workflows running on top of it. You can have rules defined. You can have the user interface, which lot of these are pre-built and delivered from SAP, which you can use out of the box, or you have the flexibility to extend these models or build a brand new one altogether. So that's it for the MDG. Let me see if there are any questions in here.
Thank you for that great presentation, Amr. At this time, we will like to conclude the session. Due to time constraints, we will not be able to answer any questions that you may have, but please feel free to send us any questions that you may have. Or if you'd like to receive a recorded copy of this webinar, please let us know. And thank you again for attending.